The executive order at issue puts a temporary pause on entry for individuals from 7 countries that Congress and the last president determined, in a similar context, pose special risks in terms of terrorist infiltration into our country.
Is there any reason for us to think that there's a real risk, or that circumstances have changed such that there would be a real risk if existing procedures weren't allowed to stay in place while the new administration conducts its review?
Well, the president determined that there was a real risk.
How many federal offenses have we had being committed by people who came in with visas from these countries? And the ultimate was the answer was there haven't been any.
Why should we be hearing this now if it sounds like you're trying to say you're going to present other evidence later?
There have been a number of people from Somalia connected to Al-Shabaab who have been convicted in the United States.
Is that in the record? Can you point us to where in the record you're referring?
It is not in the record. There has also been other examples, but again, you're correct. These are not in the record.
It was the executive order itself that caused irreparable harm to our states, to Washington and Minnesota, and our residents.
What's the irreparable harm to the state of Washington?
Well, we detailed a number of irreparable harms, Your Honor. We had students and faculty at our state universities who were stranded overseas. We had families that were separated. We had longtime residents who could not travel overseas to visit their families without knowing that they would be able to come back.
So what is it that should lead us to conclude that you've got a likelihood of success of being able to prove the religious animus you allege?
Well, Your Honor, for starters, that the president called for a complete ban on the entry of Muslims, and then
is this that ban?
No, we're not saying that this is a complete ban on Muslims entering the country. Obviously, I mean, they realize that what his advisor said on television was that he was asked for a way to implement a narrower thing that would be legal.